This is Victor Wembanyama, and people are calling him the next LeBron James, but the interesting fact is he has done something recently that even LeBron couldn't do in his early career. Now, the burning question is, does Wembanyama live up to this towering hype? Is he truly destined to be etched among the NBA legends? What has he really achieved so far with the Spurs? Well, get ready. We're about to unravel the story of Victor Wembanyama, the player who's not just making waves, but creating a tsunami in the world of basketball. Chapter 1. The Phenomenon of Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama's entry into the NBA sparked a wave of excitement rarely seen in the basketball world. Before the 2023 draft, experts were already placing him in the League of Legends. Think of LeBron James' early days, a teenager so good, everyone just knew he was going to shake up the league. That's the kind of hype we're talking about with Wembanyama. Drafted by the Spurs, the hype wasn't just about his skills, it was about his extraordinary physical attributes that got tongues wagging. Standing at an imposing 7 feet 4 inches, Wembanyama brought to the court a wingspan of 8 feet. To grasp how unique that is, let's throw in some numbers. Shaquille O'Neal, one of the most dominant centers in NBA history, stands at 7 feet 1 inch with a 7'7" wingspan. Wembanyama not only towers over Shaq, but brings agility to the court that's typically reserved for much smaller players. It's like combining the height of Yao Ming with the nimbleness of a guard, a blend that's as rare as it is impressive. But it's not just about being tall. Wembanyama's wingspan is a game changer. Think about Manute Bol, who at 7 feet 7 inches had one of the longest wingspans ever in the NBA at 8 feet 6 inches. Wembanyama's reach doesn't just help him in defense, blocking shots or grabbing rebounds, it's an asset in offense too. His ability to stretch and score, even when covered, creates new possibilities on the court. And you would be shocked to know the numbers he has produced in the first half of the season. Chapter 2. Statistical Breakdown and Comparison. In his first 36 games, Wembanyama's numbers have been staggering. Nearly 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists per game, not to mention over 4 combined steals and blocks. Now, this might sound like just another stat line, but here's the kicker. No other rookie has ever averaged these numbers. That's right, Wembanyama is in a league of his own, breaking new ground in the NBA. To put this into perspective, let's roll out some names you might recognize. Shaquille O'Neal, David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Larry Bird, Blake Griffin, Larry Johnson, and Dwight Howard. These guys set the bar for rookie greatness. But even among this elite group, Wembanyama stands out. What's even more impressive is that he's doing all this in just 28 minutes a game, far less than any of these legends during their rookie seasons. If we adjust these stats to a per 36-minute basis, Wembanyama's productivity and potency become even more evident. Now remember, Wembanyama just celebrated his 20th birthday. Most of his eye-popping stats were racked up when he was still a teenager. Let's talk about teenagers in the NBA for a second. Historically, only 13 have ever averaged 15 points per game in their rookie season. This list includes some of the all-time greats: Durant, Kobe, LeBron, Kyrie, and some who are shaping up to be future legends like Luka, Anthony Edwards, and LaMelo Ball. But let's throw another layer into this mix: shooting efficiency. If we only count those who managed a 55% true shooting percentage while dropping 15 points or more per game, the list shrinks dramatically. Only Kyrie, Zion, and Wemby make the cut. Now Kyrie and Zion, they're scoring machines. That's their main gig. But Wembanyama, his scoring efficiency is just the tip of the iceberg. His real value extends far beyond just putting points on the board. Chapter 3. Unbelievable Defense. On the defensive end, Victor Wembanyama is nothing short of a phenomenon. His mere presence on the court is like a giant no-entry sign for opposing teams daring to venture into the paint. Lobs that should be out of reach, he's snatching them right out of the air. Easy layups, not on his watch. He's there, closing down what seems like impossible gaps in the blink of an eye, turning would-be points into desperate pass-outs. Take a game against the Clippers, for instance. Here's Wembanyama, a giant among giants, doing what few his size can. Playing perimeter defense. Kawhi Leonard, one of the best, gets a step on him, but Victor, with his extraordinary reach and uncanny speed, recovers in time to thwart Kawhi's advance, forcing him to pass. And then, like a flash, he's on the other side of the court, closing out on Russell Westbrook. Westbrook thinks he's got an opening, but no. Wembanyama is there again, shutting it down with a block. It's like watching a chess grandmaster, thinking several moves ahead, anticipating and countering with precision and grace. Now defensively, stats tell a story of a rookie redefining what's possible on the defensive end. Wembenyama is averaging 4.23 stocks per game. That's steals and blocks combined. This isn't just a good number, it's historic. It's the second highest in the last 15 NBA seasons. And remember, he's doing this in his rookie season at just 19 years old and in under 30 minutes per game. Compare his defensive stats with anyone else in the league this season, and it's clear. Wembenyama is in a league of his own. Now, his style of play and movement on the court are nothing short of basketball ballet. Chapter 4. Unique playing style and movement. This 7'4" giant moves with the grace and speed of a guard, a sight so rare it almost feels like a glitch in the Matrix. Watching Wembenyama glide across the court, you see instances where his agility and speed defy logic. In a game against the Lakers, Wembenyama showcased exceptional lateral movement. He swiftly navigated through screens, staying on the heels of quicker guards like Westbrook and Schroeder. Against the Celtics, he demonstrated his speed in a transition play where he recovered a defensive rebound and then outran guards to finish with a dunk. This kind of end-to-end speed is more akin to a player like Giannis Antetokounmpo, known for his guard-like transition abilities despite being a forward. While Durant and Nowitzki revolutionized the big man's role with their shooting, Wembenyama adds another layer with his defensive mobility. Durant's agility is offensive-focused, but Wembenyama extends this to defensive play, challenging perimeter shots so effectively. Offensively, Wembenyama's positioning and awareness are just as remarkable. He doesn't just use his height, he leverages it with intelligence. In a matchup against the Warriors, Wembenyama repeatedly positioned himself for easy lobs over small defenders. He smartly finds gaps in the defense, using his height not just to tower over opponents, but to make himself an easy target for passes. Also, the way he creates scoring opportunities through movement is a masterclass in offensive strategy. Against the Heat, Wembenyama executed a series of backdoor cuts, using defenders' focus on the ball to slip unnoticed to the basket. His timing and understanding of when to cut are reminiscent of a seasoned wing player. Moreover, Wembenyama's pick-and-roll plays are textbook examples of using height and reach by setting solid screens and then rolling quickly to the rim. He often finds himself open or in a mismatch thanks to his swift roll movement. So, how good is Victor Wembanyama actually? Well, better than I believe most people think. The circus act he puts on every night, the freakish length that he somehow already figured out how to use at an ultra-elite level, the stuff that he does that you and I literally never thought we'd see in our lifetimes, it's all great.